What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Scent Bubble. Hey, listen, I'm out on vacation, man. I'm in a nice Airbnb up in the mountains. Let's see if I can flip the camera and show you guys what I'm dealing with here. I am in the mountains. And yeah, we're just chilling, man. But I thought I'd shoot some content with you guys real quick. We're talking today about meetups. You guys know a couple weeks ago I went out to LA and we did an awesome meetup, man. Like in the morning we went to a nice coffee shop. We all brought like 50 to 100 fragrances. Some people brought briefcases full of decants. Some people brought bottles. I know I brought like 50 bottles and pretty much like 50% of my collection. And we just smelled fragrances all day. We exchanged fragrances, traded fragrances. Then we went up to Ex Nihilo on Hollywood Boulevard, and they had the Creed and Parfums de Marly, like boutiques and all that, and got a private tour of Ex Nihilo. And then we went to this place called the Scent Room, which carried a bunch of independent niche fragrances, and it was just nothing short of incredible. And that made me think today. I wanted to talk really briefly about the importance of meetups. Man, sometimes you guys might not have access to the individuals that can be with you in your fragrance journey. Like I know for me growing up, when I was into gaming or sports or stuff like that, if I didn't find people that were like-minded like me, I had to go online and find them. But today, with the internet and everything, you guys can find people all over that are right around the corner from you that maybe they start off and you get them into fragrance, or maybe they're already established, or maybe they have a channel or whatever. Meetups are so dope, man. Affordability is a big factor, even for the richest of people early on in fragrance, because you can really quickly buy 2 or 3 niche fragrances and you're already hitting $1,000. And it's like, if anyone's into fragrance and exploring fragrance, that pretty much hangs the phone up within a week of your situation, you know what I mean? But the great thing about meetups and having people that are into fragrance, I don't care if it's online or in person, you know, get it how you live, you know what I mean? Meetups are just such a great way to have multiple people involved in fragrance that, you know, the inevitability of it is, in my collection right now, I have like 300 bottles and I have like 300 decants. I have a lot of stuff laying around that I spent a moment or a season with that I can't possibly get to. Now, you can wear a new bottle every single day, but that only is 365 days a year of completely different fragrances. It would take me a whole year just to spin the block for a second wearing if I tried a new fragrance every single day. It would probably take even longer because I have doubled that in just juice, because I have decants. So, but then there's other times where you might be exploring a house and you just can't afford to try the whole house. Maybe they don't have a discovery set, maybe, you know, and having friends in fragrance, that's what we need to call it, friends in fragrance. They have access where they're knee deep in their journey in a certain place and they're discovering new things that you don't know of. And they have bottles and decants that they have that you don't have. And very quickly what you'll find is that somebody else who's into fragrance has the same interests as you, wanting to smell the latest fragrances, wanting to try new houses. I really apologize. There's a jet flying right over my head. Give that a quick second. But I think people undervalue, or they just simply don't know that you can trade people with fragrances. You could trade discovery sets with people. You can loan people decants. You can trade decants when you're done with them. A lot of times, even a 2 ml decant of juice comes with like 25 sprays. That means you could spray 13 sprays, which might be a wearing or two, and then give that decant away, and somebody can give you a brand new decant, and now you double up. You could trade bottles. You could sell bottles at a discounted rate to your homies, and they'll do the same thing for you, and look out. I can't tell you how many people in FragCom have sent me fragrances. Many of the fragrances that you see me review on my channel, I didn't actually purchase. I'm not endorsed, I'm not sponsored, but people in the community look out and say, hey, I'd love to send you something. and I build a relationship with somebody, and then I wind up sending them stuff, decants, discounted bottles, um, uh, little vials of fragrances to try, information on something I found in the area. I remember in my fragrance journey, a friend of mine let me know, hey, did you know that Day 3 lives right down the street from you? I had no clue. And then now I'm meeting with Michael, the perfumer of Day 3, at his grand opening of his boutique, and I'm the first person in there trying exclusive fragrances and the entire line because it's not available in something like a Neiman Marcus. Get in touch with people, man. Having other people going along with you in their fragrance journey is awesome. Now, for a lot of you, you might not have the access, so you got to do it online. But if you can do it in person to any extent, do it. Meetups are so dope. And honestly, fragrance is such a non-political thing where it's like, it's so easy to connect with somebody on the basis of fragrance. You learn a lot about people, you learn about their wearing experience. It's an easy talk, You can go to a coffee shop and talk about fragrance. I could do it for hours because it's just so easy and light of a subject matter that you can really get a lot out of it. You don't need to be an expert. I get just as interesting of conversations with newbies in fragrance as I do, the connoisseurs with their nose up that have all the particulars and the fragrance for every occasion and things like that. So I'm interested in your guys' opinions. Like, how has meetups or relationships with other people in fragrance benefited your journey? And I'd love for you guys to share that in the comment section below, because I have a really revolutionary idea in fragrance that I'm looking to do. I'm looking to create a platform that can link people together virtually and in person to discuss, trade, and enjoy fragrance. This might be meeting up with somebody to go to a Neiman Marcus. This might be a coffee shop meetup. This might be online. It'll also facilitate consultations. Like if you'd like to meet with somebody and they're new to the space, or maybe they are tired of retail and designer and clones, maybe you can get them into niche and vice versa. Maybe somebody's been only buying niche, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Suits and Scents. And you can hit them up and put them onto the designer retail market or the clone game or more independent niche and stuff like that. Meetups, however you can get them done, are just an incredible addition to your fragrance journey. And it also just it allows you to download so much more information about this space that's just constantly changing and innovating. As I'm sure you guys feel and are aware of this, the fragrance space is in an absolute frenzy and a boom right now. Thousands of fragrances are coming out every single year. Thousands of new enthusiasts and people are starting to collect more than just a couple of bottles. When I was growing up, I always had friends who had less than 5 or 10 fragrances, and we wore that for 10, 20 years, because it was more of a utility thing. It wasn't really an enthusiast thing. And now it's very rare that I run into somebody that doesn't have, or who has less than 20 bottles. It's insane. The affordability has changed, the access has changed, the information is finally invading the marketplace, and now we just want to experience more of the fullness of fragrance. So anyways, let me know in the comments below what your guys' experience has been with this. If you agree, what other stuff can you contribute to the conversation? And I am gonna get back to my vacation, but I hope you guys have a blessed rest of your week. And until next time, this is the Scent Bubble signing off.